Hello, and welcome back to the Game & Browse Toy Box. Today I've got something super Sonic special to share with you guys, but first I have to wait for my order.
You're on, man. Have a wonderful night.
Thank you so much. Alright, let's head back to the game room and unbox this. For today's Toy Box episode, we're going to be going all the way back in time to 1994. At this point in gaming history, Sonic had two smash hit games on the 16-bit Sega Genesis. So naturally, it only made sense to follow up with a third game to round out the Sonic the Hedgehog trilogy. Sonic 3 was very much anticipated by gamers at the time, and the marketing for the anticipated third game was massive. From gaming magazines covering the game pre-release, to television advertisements, and even some coordinated launch events, fans were pumped up for Sonic 3. However, none of these promotional materials had the massive reach of the fast food juggernaut McDonald's. The biggest marketing push for Sonic 3 had to have been the Sonic 3 McDonald's Happy Meal promotion that ran from February 4th through March 3rd of 1994. During that 1 month period, if you visited a participating McDonald's restaurant and ordered a Happy Meal for $1.99, you would receive one of 4 toys based on the Sonic 3 video game. And that's what I have with me today, the 4-piece Sonic 3 Happy Meal toy set from 1994. Even cooler, in my opinion, I have the paper bag that the Happy Meal would have been delivered in. How this has survived nearly 30 years, I have no idea, but what a great little piece of video game history to have here today. So before we jump into the Happy Meal toys, I'd like to show off the bag a little bit. One of the biggest pushes in this marketing campaign was that this Happy Meal promotion was combined with a contest to win a copy of Sonic 3 on the Genesis. You could find an entry form on the side of the Happy Meal bag, clip out the coupon, fill out the form, and mail it in for a chance to win a copy of the game. In total, 10,000 copies of Sonic 3 were supposedly given away through this contest. It's really cool to see that the entry form is still attached to this bag after all these years. I wonder if they'd still honor my entry. Considering the price of Sonic 3 on eBay nowadays, it's at least worth a shot, right? Stupid retro gaming bubble. Looking at the rest of this bag, I absolutely love this peak 90s Sonic aesthetic. One side of the bag features Sonic himself and a maze game that can be filled out, while the other side of the bag features Tails, Knuckles, and Dr. Robotnik, with each character promoting a different little activity. One really cool thing about these games is that each one is named after one of the playable levels in Sonic 3. Sonic's maze is called Angel Island Zone, Knuckles' game is called Carnival Night Zone, Tails' game is called Marble Garden Zone, and finally Robotnik's game is called Flying Battery Zone. I absolutely love it when game references like these make their way onto products. Alright, so you've got your Happy Meal. Now comes the moment of truth. Which toy did you get? Let's look at Sonic first, as he was probably the most requested toy in the set. Sonic is a launcher-style toy. Our blue blur has wheels on the bottom and can be clicked into this little launcher part of the toy. When a button is pressed, Sonic rolls out at supersonic speed. I actually had this toy as a kid, but I didn't have the launcher part, so I would just roll Sonic around and play with him that way. The other toy from this set that I had as a kid was Knuckles, who is a spinning toy on wheels. As you roll Knuckles around, he spins around in his tornado and swirls up a storm. I'm not sure that I remember any part of the game in which Knuckles whirls around in a tornado. This isn't Windy Valley after all, but I digress. Tails is another type of launcher toy, but he doesn't launch horizontally, he launches vertically. If you pull the ripcord, Tails spins his 2 tails and flies up into the air. I like this toy. It makes sense to use his tails as a propeller, because that's how Tails is able to fly in the games, shows, and comic books. And finally, Dr. Robotnik and his egg cart are motorized. If you wind up the little key on the side of the toy, Dr. Robotnik will roll along the path until he runs out of steam. I think it's strange that the Robotnik toy looks more like his Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog counterpart, rather than how he actually looks in the Sonic 3 video game. Now, it is worth noting that there's actually a 5th toy in the Sonic 3 set. If you pay attention to the commercial for this promotion, it says to ask about toys for children under 3 years of age. The Children Under 3 Sonic toy is a yellow ball that has a Sonic decal on it. Sweet, simple, and perfect for even the youngest Sonic fans. The ball is a little bit more rare than the other 4 toys in this set, as not as many under 3 toys were requested and sold. While I don't have the little yellow Sonic ball here today, here's a listing for one that I found on eBay for your viewing pleasure. And there you have it. This was the Sonic 3 McDonald's Happy Meal promotion from 1994. I hope that you enjoyed this blast from the past as much as I did. Thanks for joining us today on the Game & Browse Toy Box. Please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and please be sure to share the video to help us spread the word about our small channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now!